Today I'm going to make some Swiss steak. I got about 4 pounds of cube steak here. And Swiss does not mean it's from Switzerland. See the way that's been beaten up, smashed? That's called Swissing. So that's why it's Swiss steak. It's been Swissed. Trivia. I always thought it was from Switzerland. Anyway. Set my heat up. First you need to brown the meat on both sides. And I'm using some high cooking olive oil. Olive oil for use for cooking. Just enough to cover the bottom. A couple of tablespoons. Now I need to let that oil heat up so I can brown the cube steak. Dip it in the flour. Brown your meat on both sides. Get that grease hot. Salt and pepper. Flour. Flour is going to make your gravy also. You're using that to make the gravy. Salt, pepper. That's brown on that side. Flip it over. That was brown. Okay, now I'm going to finish the rest of them. Okay, the last 2 pieces are finished browning. Okay, they're not cooked all the way through. We're going to cook it the rest of the way in the crock pot for about 7 to 8 hours. So I'm going to transfer this into the house for now. I'm going to leave this here till I finish up with the skillet. I got to do some more cooking to get the renderings and the gravy made. Okay, now I'm going to continue cooking, making the sauce. And now I'm going to deglaze the fond, it's called, that's stuck on the bottom of the pan. Mix it all up. And this fond on the bottom of the pan helps you flavor up your sauce that you make. And I'm going to add some beef stock that I already had saved up from when I made my roast. It's about 2 cups. I'm going to add 1 onion chopped up. Get that simmering. One of the ingredients is oregano, and I don't like that gritty stuff, so I'm gonna run it through a Keurig cup. Just to get the juice for about a teaspoon, and then just use that juice in my recipe. That way I don't get that gritty taste in there. Okay, now I have the oregano flavor without that grit. Well, that's just me. Turn the fire down a little bit. I'm going to add that oregano juice that I made before. Keep stirring it up with that fond coming off the bottom and sides. About 4 sliced up celery stalks. Add any leftover flour back into it. Stir it up real good. That'll help thicken the sauce. I got about a teaspoon of garlic powder in here. About a teaspoon of paprika. 1 bell pepper cut up. One package of chopped up sliced mushrooms. All this is, a lot of these ingredients are optional. I'm about to put half of those in there. About a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Get that stirred in. There's your sauce for your Swiss steak. Okay, now I'm going to transfer this sauce with the vegetables in it to my slow cooker. Now I'm going to add 2 cans of diced tomatoes with the sauce. Here's my 2nd can of diced tomatoes. Rinse it out with a little water, add to it. Put in about half a can of tomato puree. Mix it up. Okay, now you transfer your browned cube steak into the sauce. Cover it up. Since there's so much meat, I'm going to cook it the full 8 hours on low. Okay, it's finished cooking. Now let's do a taste test. That meat is just really tender. To be honest with you, it's very bland because of the amount of meat in there. I would quadruple all my herbs and spices, salt and pepper, the next time I try it. This is my first attempt at Swiss steak. I corrected it by adding, like I said, quadruple the amount of spices and herbs. That made it more palatable. So whatever ingredients as far as spices and herbs, salt and pepper you see in the video, quadruple it. I'm no chef. Tastes a lot better now.